the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we have our boots on the ground from BravoCon, the one, the only. Has she recovered yet? Miss Sarah Fraser.
It takes me days now to recover, you guys. You know what? Being in your early 40s, it does shift. There is a shift when you hit 40. There really is. David wouldn't know this. He's 39. But when you hit 40, there's a shift, baby. And I feel like, you know, the thing about Vegas that I forgot, and I love the idea of smoking. You know, it looks fabulous just having a cig. Like, I love the way it looks, but I fucking actually hate smoking. I really do. And you
Thank you.
It's the worst. No, it's the worst. You're absolutely right. I take back how I thought it was glamorous. I forgot in Vegas. It's been a few years. Everywhere, everybody's having a smoke. And it is, you know, they try to pump in like oxygen and ozone to like get it, but you can't escape it. And after 48 hours there, everything, your hair reeks of cigarette. It's like I was back in college. You know what I mean? I can't even go to breakfast without smelling the cigarette smoke at the link.
This is why,
darling.
This is why in my houses, you cannot smoke of any kind. And by the way, Jeremy, my friend Jeremy, not invited back to the Hamptons next summer. Like, I understand. Well, he didn't know. If someone smoked a cigarette in my house, I wouldn't say, I don't want to say they wouldn't be alive because that implies a lot of things, but it would be so bad. This was a vape, but it got so bad at one point. I was like, you will never come back. No one's ever coming again. I want no house guests this summer.
Vape isn't usually that bad. Okay.
I know you hate Vegas, but are you ready for December to meet me there for the one, the only Erica J? You got to come, Sarah. I don't want to hear it.
No, I've met Erica now twice. I met her. She was fabulous.
You got to see the show, girl.
Everyone was talking about how skinny these Bravo stars are. I mean, everybody. You know, and I have to shout out. He didn't say his name, but at the Bravos Awards, this really sweet guy came up and he goes, "Oh my God, I love David Yontef, and I love when you're on, you know, behind the velvet rope." And I said, fans. But
can I ask one thing? Thank you for whoever that was. And by the way, the great thing about being a self-actualized person is I can truly say this in my life. I don't have FOMO. I make decisions of what, look, people leave hit shows all the time. I am so honored that I am wanted at BravoCon, and I will stand by it. It is not for me. I would have gone with Melissa Rivers as press to do what she did. With her, I appreciate the ask. At that point, it was too late. I had this wedding. I will not be going next year unless I go with Melissa or as some type of press. Melissa and I are going to go next year, she said. And you feel free to come with us. It's not that. I just won't go otherwise.
It was amazing. And by the way, it was like that sphere. Have you seen that giant $1 billion sphere they built? I mean, it is like amazing. I mean, Vegas is, it is one of the greatest places on earth. It is so amazing. And, you know, they're building like this giant racetrack with stadium in the middle of the city. The whole place is just to die for. The food is to die for. I mean, it really is. It's just anything goes there. And so it's like the cigarette, the weed. It's like, oh, fuck. Hate it. Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you, but guess where the smell of weed is also, and cigarettes is also bad. In two of my homes, one is called New York City and one is called Los Angeles. One of our listeners slipped into my DMs after my rant about Uber drivers and pot, and they said that, you know, it's the customers that they were in an Uber and the Uber driver was complaining, and apparently it's the customers. I don't know. Every fucking Uber that I get in Los Angeles and New York reeks of pot, and it's fucking disgusting. Can I say one thing? Here's a question I actually have, because I didn't understand why Gretchen and Alexis were there. They were there just to present Vicki with her Lifetime Achievement Award, because it's
Lifetime Achievement. So Vicki Gunvalson got the first ever Lifetime Achievement Award, and they brought back Gretchen,
Lynne Curtin,
and Lynn and everybody. They brought them all back, and they came out. Well,
what do you mean? Oh, Jo De La Rosa was there. I saw
Jo De La Rosa came on stage. Lori came on stage. Gretchen Rossi came on stage.
Lynn, I think Lynn was there.
Yeah, but they didn't have Lynn on stage because it was Gretchen. Oh, it was, Jesus Jugs. Who's Jesus
Yeah,
Jugs?
Alexis.
Alexa. That was who it is. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Listen to them all on Behind the Velvet Rope. Do we think that did Victoria cry? And do we think Victoria deserved the first Lifetime Achievement Award?
Yes, she was very touched and moved. I do think she did deserve the Lifetime Achievement Award. She looked great. The women rallied for her. Everybody is like, hats off to her. Yeah, I think she does. I mean, Vicki is like, and you've said it like best. I mean, the way that Vicki has played this whole thing to be back and now being considered like to be rehired full time potentially. I know you say like she wants a ridiculous salary, so it's looking like it might not happen. But I mean, I think she's also played this super well about staying on this show. And yeah, I thought she deserved it. And I mean, the whole Bravo sphere, the whole show is filled with snark, towards all these people, men, women. And like Andy, they're obsessed with Captain Jason. Oh my God. If I had to hear one more how hot Captain Jason was, it's like he's hot, but like
Who told you that? Because I had my friend. She's my friend. It's not like when I joke around. Like Luann is my friend. She was on my show. She said she wanted to run into Captain Jason because she understands that he's out for her. Then everyone else slips in my DMs. Tell your girl to settle down because apparently he's in everyone's DMs and he also wants Lala. And apparently he hung out with Lala one of the nights.
I mean, I just don't like find him. I'm sorry, he's no John Hamm to me. You know what I mean?
He's
like,
pretty cute, girl.
I'm in love with Schwartzy, so I don't care. Like, Schwartz is my guy. He's tall. He's so much sexier in person than he translates on TV. He's so hot.
The hottest guy from Vanderpump, to me, is James. James is so physically like I love a good blonde. I think James is so cute.
I actually appreciated James more at BravoCon. He was very fun. He brought the playfulness. And you know what I appreciated about him? I thought of everybody. James was the most, I thought, gave so much gratitude to the audience and loved the fame and like played it. I actually had a better respect, I guess, for James Kennedy, seeing him in the 2 days in person.
He's unlike Bethenny. He's very appreciative of it all.
Oh, very, very sweet. And I thought, it's great to see people loving, I thought there's a guy who really, I mean, the Vanderpump Rules panel was unbelievable. If we want to get into that,
Let's get into it.
I actually am very impressed. I do think that's a group of people that have gotten together collectively behind the scene and gone, guys, this is the greatest resurrection of all of our careers. And P.S., can we just talk about how they've all filmed with Tom Sandoval, how they all proclaimed, including Ariana, because it's coming back in January, as we know from BravoCon. They dropped the trailer. And in the trailer, they're in the same room filming a scene together about, I don't know if he almost killed their dog or he killed their dog.
Right. I mean, they're talking actually in the scene.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to have my lawyer deal with you now. And they're in everything that they said they wouldn't do, they've done, which I can't come for them too hard because that's my entire life. I'm with you. Like, we always make these